Greetings to each and every one of you guys. Once again, my name is Nguyen, and welcome to the Voices of South Sudanese Women. So tonight I have two special guests in the studio with me, and we would like to talk about a couple of things that are really important within our South Sudanese community. So before I go any further, I will pass it on to our two special guests for them to introduce themselves and tell you guys a little bit about their background and what they do for work as well. So I'll pass it on.
Thank you, Nyan. My name is Aban Denkor.
Yeah.
I'm a South Sudanese young youth and also an active member of the South Sudanese community.
Mm-hmm.
I have a little bit of homework club back at Community Abundance. Been into a few camps before the COVID and all that. So today I'm happy our sister gave us a chance to discuss the most important things in our community because we gotta talk about them if we gotta find a solution.
That's it.
And what she's doing is amazing. So let's all support and let's all keep the same good thing she's working. And hopefully more people will do what you're doing because you're opening a door that a lot of people are shy to open.
Absolutely.
And thank you for that.
Appreciate it.
Hi, Lizzie. My name is Bafel Joshua Dewal. What I do for work, I'm a mental health worker and also a support worker for an African community. And I'm just honored to be here.
Yeah. Thank you, Bafel and Aban. So today's topic, we'll be discussing lack of community support and the damage that comes with it. Not only that, but we will be discussing many things that many of us think about but aren't able to actually speak about. So we'll start off with the lack of support within the South Sudanese community and amongst ourselves. From my perspective, it has become a challenge, not only that, but also lack of social support, which often leads to isolation and loneliness, which then becomes a barrier. Now, Bafel, how do you feel about that? And Aban as well. Lack of support within our South Sudanese community, is that something that that we really need to focus on?
Yeah, we do, because if we don't support one another, who will?
Exactly.
Even before other people support us, we gotta show unity. Like, hey, they're doing it, we're doing it.
Yeah.
I like West African, like, when they do a thing, they'll come through. With
All
it.
of them.
Yeah, they
come
like
together.
they put that like that's us.
Yeah.
In the South community, it's a little bit. I don't know how to put it, but we gotta do more.
Yeah.
We actually gotta do more. I'm like, there's social support services there. Like, I feel like there's certain people are doing it in the community, but we still have that kind of people are hesitant. Like I know, like Kenyatta Diwal.
Yeah, Kenyatta. Yeah.
In Dadinong, also there is Denkor. He's also running an NGO. Like they telling people they did an establishment. There's something there. But certain people, most of us, we don't want to go support. We don't want to. If there's a forum, if they say come, you just come and listen. You may get
support.
Yeah, you may get 1, 2, or 3 things that may benefit from there.
Exactly.
If you don't reach out, you'll just, like you say, you'll be isolated and you feel like left out.
Exactly. 100%.
And that's where
I agree.
downhill comes from.
Yeah. And Bafel?
To be honest, like I'm speaking from experience and I'm speaking for what I've witnessed. But I think in the South Sudanese community, there's a bit of like self-hatred.
Yeah.
And there's a bit of jealousy. Like you don't want to see your brother from the same skin, same culture, succeed. They've got this thing in South Sudan where it's like you're put in a box. So whether you're from Nuer or Dinka, that if that person is from Nuer, you do not support them. But like I think that's something that the new youth and the new generation has to move on from.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think we've done that really well where
Exactly.
we do not get involved with anything that's got to do with tribalism.
This is inclusive now.
It's inclusiveness.
This is inclusive.
Yeah, 100%.
This is not one tribe. It's like
All of us coming
are
together.
coming together from
Yeah,
different
as a
tribes.
collective.
and we need more though.
Exactly.
So don't be shy.
Perfect. Okay. Is there anything else you guys would like to add in?
I would support. I feel like with support, please, if you have even financial support problems facing you, Like I tell you, like you can go to Daniel, like there's people you can call.
Yeah.
In
Support
the community,
services.
they'll try to give you the right lane or the right link up with where you can get that help.
Absolutely.
But most of us are we're not being shy. We also do have this pride of shame. Like I'm ashamed to go and ask.
Does that come with how we feel, like, and where we should be as young people? Because the embarrassment part would come with us feeling that we're on a different level, not allowing ourselves to actually just be in the present moment.
That's what I'm saying. That's where like the shame part comes from. Because if you have too much pride, like if I ask, I may even lowering myself, or what will they think about me? I don't have it, or I don't get. There's that kind of like
Yeah, I think it's a feeling of rejection as well.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Feeling of rejection. You're not sure what the outcome of that will be.
Exactly.
And you don't want people to use that against you. You know.
That's so true.
You want you to ask for support, and then the girl I was trying to go out with, she was there. What?
Yeah.
You do that, I'd be like, forget about it.
Yeah, honestly, that's exactly what happens.
So like, but we gotta understand. Hey, if you need help, it's necessary to go and ask for where it is.
Yeah.
Because if you wouldn't ask, you're never gonna solve it. Like that's it.
No, you wouldn't at all. If you don't step out and actually ask for help, you wouldn't be able to get the help that you need.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So do you, Bafel and Aban, do you both think shortage of community support might be the absence of knowledge and awareness? So do you guys think that shortage of community support might be the absence of knowledge and awareness? So do you think the reason why we don't support each other is due to the fact that us as a community, we do not have enough knowledge and awareness about the types of issues that are happening?
Yeah, and I think that comes from home. I mean, it comes from like how you are raised as a child.
100%.
You know, because like I said, I'm speaking from experience, and I was taught that as a man you shouldn't show your emotions.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter if you're 15 or 18, you know, and so whatever you're going through, you just have to keep it to yourself.
Hey, but also don't show it though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what's safe.
this is a conversation I had with a couple of the gentlemen the other day.
Yeah.
And
I'm just messing. I'm just playing around.
Bafel, you just bring it up back into my head.
Yeah.
We were out at a birthday dinner, and I was like to the men, I was like, why don't you guys show your emotions? Like, it's okay to cry. And the gentlemen were like, no, there's no way. Like,
Exactly.
you know,
But
they just didn't want to accept the fact that
like,
it's
I ain't
good to
gonna lie,
feel
though.
your emotions.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie though.
Because you're human.
I ain't gonna lie though.
Exactly. You are.
I tried it once back then. It wasn't a good experience.
Yeah.
So I'd rather go and cry. I'd rather go look at myself in the toilet, cry, and then take a shower, wash my face, come back, smile.
That's it.
Do you know why? Because like, listen, it's good. It's good to be vulnerable, but in vulnerable, like you can show your emotion physically, but there's a certain limit to that. Because you're the man, like you're supposed to be protecting her. You're supposed to show her strength.
So the qualities in a man,
Yeah, like
pretty much
as a man,
leadership,
like
strength.
that's part of you though. Like you gotta practice that, because if you don't, means you're losing one of your virtues as a man, and that's why you find. I don't know how young people commit suicide, but also that's part of that. I feel like that's part of it, because like it's good to show your emotion, but it's good to be taught that you can overcome them.
You can, 100%.
Because if you get too much emotional, you'll end up yourself quick. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, and I'm back to your question, because like our parents, like if you come to a new country, you have to adapt
100%.
to the new country. You know, there's new different type of rules, there's different type of things that you have to follow. And with the Sudanese community, or African community, they are still stuck to back home.
100
type of rules.
all the way back. Yeah. They have not adapted or transitioned.
No, they have not.
You know, and one thing to add to that, you actually mentioned a very important point.
It is.
Because most of us are living with this mentality. We're going home, like as soon, like we'll go home soon. Yeah. But you gotta focus on the reality, right? Like
the present moment.
Yes, be a proud. Like home is not even safe yet.
It's not.
But most of us are just doing a thing like, oh, I'm going home and peace comes. And if you're living that, you're not allowing yourself to take advantage of what you have.
To be in the now.
Yeah. Like you're not going to see all the good things that you have, all the good opportunities that there. It's not a perfect country, but there's resources, man. You can still make something out of yourself, regardless. And the worst part about it is, I moved here recently. I ain't going to say which year, but just say I moved here recently.
Yeah.
You can tell from my accent still. So
It's not too bad.
yeah,
It's not too
I moved here recently. Like I said, like fitting can be hectic. I ain't gonna lie, because it's a new environment.
Yeah.
You don't know everyone around. You're not used to it, and sometimes you may feel like you're way behind too much. And that's why even sometimes people get into drugs and drinking. I ain't gonna lie, I drink. Yeah, even this time I was drinking stupidly. I ain't gonna lie, but
See, at least you're aware of it. You know, awareness.
yeah. And then the good thing about when you mess up or when you go through your ups and downs, always take a time to just go back for a few minutes, observe, ask where the problem was.
Reflect. Yeah.
It may take a longer time, but you got to get into it by like you got to see it yourself. People may tell you sometimes, but you never hear it because you're caught up in your emotion in your own small world.
Yeah.
But if you give it time and try also to listen and also try to ask for help and talk to close people that you can trust, you'll find a solution. You're not dealing with it alone.
Exactly.
Because most of us think like you're not the only one who's going through that all up and down.
And we're also good at hiding it, aren't we?
Exactly.
That we're okay, but deep down we're not okay.
Yeah, but you know people who survive it, people who are willing to talk about it, people who are willing to ask.
100%.
They may be shy a bit, but they're willing to take that chance of like, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Because the more you keep it down, the more it's gonna, you're putting under the rag. Yeah, it's gonna boil
Over
up
time.
someday.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Bafel?
do it.
Did you have anything you wanted to say? No. Now, as individuals, what is it that we should do individually in regards to supporting each other? What is it that we need to do?
Just like what you're doing right now. You gave us an invite, and just what we did, we came.
That's amazing.
And the next thing we're gonna do, we have social media. It's free. What are we gonna do? Share with everyone we have.
Yeah.
Talk about it, our friends know, and that's how we're gonna let everybody know.
Do you guys both feel that it's time that we actually start stepping out of our comfort zones individually by starting things like this, you know, or workshops or activities, you know, because I feel like when it comes to these type of things in our community, like we're lacking that a lot. But since the pandemic, a lot of people took the time during COVID to really think about what they're good at, you know, what their gifts and talents are and their abilities. So yeah, I think that was a pretty great answer.
And like you just said it, because I've been having this idea in mind for a long time, but my shyness was holding me back. I didn't have enough balls, but she did. You have more confidence. But luckily, like I think now, yeah, like that's what you said. Now, like you're doing it. I know, like from someone who's doing it right now. Even if I have an idea, I know where to get the right information.
Exactly.
So if I didn't come today, or if you didn't let me know, and I didn't take the time to listen to give his time a thought, it didn't cost me much. It didn't cost me anything though.
No, not at all. It's just time and energy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like you said, it's more of the information you get, how you use it.
Yeah. Perfect. We're good.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
All right.
We're doing all right.
I'm loving this. It's really good.
I'm seeing what the director is giving us. Yay!
Is there anything in our community that we should be focusing on, especially?
Yeah. I'm gonna say this, because in order for you to have a very supportive individual in the community, it's got to start back from home. I think the way parents talk to their kids, or the way parents, you know, like the way you handle your children, be a little bit smart about it, and also don't forget in the Western world. So there's tough love too. Hey, I have my dad around.
We've all
and
we've gone through it.
Yeah, he's like the African type of dad.
Yeah.
At first, I never listened to what he used to say for a few times. I thought like, oh, I'm a grown man now. I'm doing my own thing. But when I got burned like a few times, I'd be like, hey, he was right.
Yeah.
But like what I'm saying is, as a parent, do your level best to talk to your kids. But the thing you gotta do, never give up on your kid, regardless of how messed up they may seem like.
No matter what.
No matter how bad your children is making good through hell, the only thing you can do, never give up on them. You may give them a little bit of space of understanding, but just don't give up and say like you're a failure, done.
And there's
like,
a lot of that in our community, like especially growing up with our parents. Instead of them telling you you're doing well, I'm proud of you, you know, it's always just the negative.
Hey, but also don't forget, if you're not doing well, accept the reality. Me, I never accepted the reality for a while, and I was mad.
But
Yeah, that's true.
Bafel, I haven't heard from you.
Oh yeah, it's just I reckon like parents nowadays, they need to be best friends with their kids. They need to understand what depression is. I think a lot of our parents, which they'll be in their 50s, 60s, they need to understand what depression is, because depression has no age limit.
No.
You know, anyone can suffer from it. You know, it could be from bullying and any of these things. And then the worst thing that you could ever face in life is regret. You know, I've got a few friends that I'm not going to mention their names, that they've passed away. They committed suicide, and their parents until today, they asking themselves like, why didn't I listen to my child? You know? And so like I think that parents just need to really understand what depression is and listen to their kids. And
we'll dive more into that once we get to the mental health side of things, because we've all been through it. In all honesty, I wouldn't say I haven't been through depression or anxiety.
Hey, let me tell you, if you want to know you've been through a bit, before I cut you short, if you know you're really doing through, like if you start drinking overboardly for that no reason, and you just feel like sometimes you don't want to go to work, you gotta sit down and
that's a problem.
You gotta sit down and
you
gotta take a step, And your body will never lie to you though.
Not at all. And that's what I always say. Listen to your body. Like your body does talk to you, you know. And it is important what we're consuming and you know, putting into our internal side of things. So it's not easy.
But don't have a stuck up of work. No, don't have fun.
Like workaholic, those people that are going through something but choose to just work constantly.
Yeah, you'll hit a brick wall, and that brick wall may hit you back bad. So
I was gonna ask this question, but I think we've covered it. What is it that we are lacking as Sudanese? What is it that we're lacking the most?
Okay,
a couple of examples.
I feel like most of us come from broken homes. I'm not gonna lie about it.
That's true.
Mostly single mothers raised, or mostly single fathers raised. That's already a disaster. That's a recipe for disaster. Other race, they have a way better than them. You look, because if you have two parents in the same house, regardless of how the things are going, kids they all feel that sense of belonging and love and all that. Even if there's pressure in between the parents, they still
they know someone's there.
But when that single parents thing is happening, you know, most of the kids they think that they're the main reasons why their parents are not together. And that thing may never hit you up there, like may not hit your child there, but
when they grow up,
mid-teen, and then early 20s, and from there they go into drugs. They don't forget them. They don't see their self-worth. They will always look at themselves as the next thing for life, and that's not a good. I feel like that's. I had that experience. I ain't gonna lie, but I ain't going deep. I'm not going deep into my things today. I'm not spilling my family secret. Forget about that. But I'm saying, like, most of us come from broken homes, so at least even if you things didn't work out with your partner, build a little bit decent relationship that you can cope out with your children. At least be there for them. Because
it's not easy. Most of us have been there where we've been raised with one parent, right? Exactly. And I even found it difficult because one thing I've said in my other episodes is that it is very important for a woman to also have their father in their life, because that's like their first love. That's where they get to see the types of characteristics within a man that they would want to have once they choose to have a man in their lives. So what you've just mentioned is really important, because for a child to have two parents is the best way for them to develop, you know, emotionally, physically, and spiritually.
But also you can't force love, you know.
No, you can't.
But in the Western world, it's a little bit different. Back home, you know, you still make it work.
By forcing it back home?
There's culture. It's not even forcing it. See, that's why I love our culture so much. there's this foundation of if it's not that too bad, there's everyone got a role. But yeah, you guys, I may sound biased as hell, and see, even now I'm having a itchy throat. But like I'm saying, it's a fast world, yeah. Everything is equality and all that.
Yeah.
I feel like women here, you want the same treatment of back home, being treated as a lady, taken care of, and you also want the freedom of the Western world. It doesn't work both ways.
Yeah.
My sister, you gotta compromise.
Yeah, and I think we're also lacking expression as well.
Yeah.
Expressing yourself, like you know, a lot of people that are afraid to tell
Excuse
people
me.
exactly what they're going through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lack of expression.
yeah,
It's a big one, isn't it?
it's very.
Some people don't know how to express. You know, in general, just in general, nothing to do with.
But expression depends though. I feel like communication better. Because if you say expression, it's kind of like, okay, you can express yourself.
But if you can't express yourself, how are you going to communicate with someone?
Sign language? Nah. Hey, sorry man, I have jokes too sometimes. I'm not a comedian, but...
No, you're good. You're all good.
Yeah.
All right. So this question is to both of you, right? If you guys were a leader, a community leader, a leader anywhere in the world, in any area of your life, what are some things that you would want to change?
Actually, I'm a leader. My own head. No, I'm kidding.
Already?
No, I'm kidding.
They always say you are your own leader first before you go out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, I think leadership, I feel leadership, there's a lot of aspect of leadership, that, by the way. And most of us has contributed to it, sometimes knowingly or unknowingly. Like if you're the only boy in the house, sometimes you play the role of leadership. You may play the man of the house when your dad was never around.
Yeah.
If you're the only elder brother, same thing. Or the only elder sibling, same thing.
Yeah.
So I feel leadership comes with ability to listen, to empathize, show compassion.
That's it.
And also having that ability to like always take action for the better. Like just put in work, action for the better, and always be willing to help everyone who needs your help and support.
That's it.
That's how I can say it.
That's perfectly said.
Hopefully I didn't steal all the words.
No, that's perfectly said. Bafel?
Well, I've got politics kind of in my bloodline.
Yeah.
So, like, I actually...
He may be the next future president.
I was like...
He is the
talk
next
to
future
him.
president.
Yeah.
Because I'm 26 now, and I said, in my 50s, actually, wouldn't mind running for presidency.
Wow.
Tell him you got my
South
own
Sudan.
support.
Hey, I love that because
Yeah.
you got my support.
Yeah, no,
But
definitely.
that's a dream,
100%.
though. See,
Yeah.
that's a dream of.
But I love how you can see yourself there
Exactly.
in the now. How
Yeah.
good is that?
But I wouldn't see it if it wasn't like if I didn't grow up like listening to it or like seeing it.
Being around it,
Being
within
around
your
it.
surroundings, yeah.
Exactly, and the things that I would change, especially in South Sudan,
Yeah.
is the environment and just the future, because like education is very important, and just change a lot of things.
You got a couple more? 'Cause I like where you're going.
Nah,
He's the next future president.
Yeah.
You don't know that day will come. Don't forget me though.
Nah.
See, I always gotta introduce myself too. That's part of African. Just gotta squeeze your head.
And where do you think you see yourself?
Me,
Yeah.
I'm ambitious.
In 10 years or like
Like in 10 years, yeah.
I'm ambitious more into entrepreneurship.
Nice.
Because like
nice.
I think at 15, I was told my brother, I'm trying to build a maize farm back home, a maize factory.
Oh, wow.
Like, I want to build like a factory, maize factory. I also want to build a bricking construction back home.
Wow.
Like, I got my own few ideas.
Yeah. But that's
But
amazing. I just felt the need to ask because it's really good to talk things into existence.
And to make it sure, yeah.
Really important.
And I like money too, so they say money is the root of evil, but without it, you can't
money is a
survive.
resource.
I love it.
Money with good intention is a good thing.
That's it.
So don't judge my statement.
Oh, you guys are open, and I really love that, So with that said, we'll jump a bit deep into it.
Exactly.
What is the cause of mental health in our young people in Bafel? I want to hear from you. What do you think the cause of mental health is in our young people?
the cause of mental health in our young people is just being afraid to tell your parents what you're going through, your friend, your girlfriend, your significant other.
Yeah.
And as a man, like telling your wife, girlfriend, what you're going through. And it sometimes you don't know what you are doing until it's actually been done. Yeah. So a lot of people, especially like myself, like I'm speaking from experience, I never told my parents anything that I'm going through. I always thought that I'd rather go for walks and all these things. Because like I told myself that because like I know a lot of people that when they're going through something, they turn into drugs, they turn into alcohol, they turn into a lot of things to just help them through that. And just because you're afraid of what your parents are going to say.
Yeah.
You know, because like a lot of African parents saying that I brought you this country, you know, you've got a roof over your head, you go to school, you're in university now, you got a car, you've got money, what else do you need?
You got what I think. What you saying, like you got
exactly
every minute. Hey, that's what is hard. You got every most things.
Exactly.
Now English is my main language, so sorry. Accent can kick in sometimes. So like he said, they feel like cause you look if they look at their life, they never had what we are having at their age, so they feel like. They expect you got to do better. Like you're depressed.
It's their way or the highway. Is that how they say it?
Yeah.
They want things done their way, not realizing that each generation is different.
Yeah, but they've learned that from their parents too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But one thing I know is like I think most like when depression hit a lot of young people, it's coming from the place of expectation. Okay. Like when you feel like. You didn't meet the expectation of your family.
Let me just rephrase it, yeah? So you feel that, because the word expectation, you caught my attention, right? So you feel that a lot of young people, there's a lot of expectations put onto them.
Exactly.
Yep.
Where they feel very overwhelmed and anxious. That if they don't do it that way.
It's not the right way.
Yeah.
If you don't go to college and graduate, you have a degree.
Exactly.
You're not a smart guy.
You know how our parents growing up in our households, like you, Bafel.
But education is good though.
One of your parents would be like, I want you to become a doctor or an engineer.
Exactly.
Me, lawyer. You know.
Me, doc. My brother, engineer.
You're a nurse.
No,
a nurse.
I wanted to be. I wanted.
Yeah, you're a nurse. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
So. That's expectations. That's because within yourself, you know that if you don't have passion for the career, you're not going to be able to succeed in it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then on the other side, you want to make your parents happy.
Exactly.
Expectations.
Expectation. And that's why where Buffy, where you said what you want as a person also too matters. If you have enough courage to tell your parents, this is what I want to do. And then when you pursue it, make sure you pursue it to your level best.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do that...
They'll be like, I told you so.
Exactly. So, if you don't have high expectation in yourself too, I feel like that's where a lot of young people mess it up. Like, it's okay to fail, man. It's okay to make a lot of mistakes. It's okay, all these names they call you. It's okay. When your right time hits or when your brain sees what you want as a person, because God put you for a purpose. When that time come and hit, everyone will be shocked of what you can do.
And like obviously we have friends that we've observed go through mental health.
Exactly.
Everyone's different. Some people have a better way of handling their mental state of mind.
Exactly.
For example, if you're not a drinker, you might go for a walk or ride a bike. Exactly. But others, I've realized too, within our South Sudanese community, most of us, when we're going through a very dark phase, we turn into alcohol and drugs.
Exactly.
Which it even affects our mental state of mind even more worse.
Right.
That's so true. Because I'm just like, hey, that's part of my life too, I ain't gonna lie. Because now I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, I know, yeah, I'm in that conversation.
Yeah, it happens, all of us. We've been through it, all of us.
But luckily, some of us are still here. And when we're here, we gotta talk and tell the others It's okay.
It's okay to make mistakes. Like how else would you learn?
How
if
are you
don't
gonna
make
learn?
mistakes?
Yeah.
But you
And
know,
become a
you
better
know how-
version of
yeah,
self.
But you know how our parents are out here. I brought you here. You in a better country. You shouldn't be. You know, you should take the highway. Like when you put it 90, go with it.
Yeah.
Don't slow down. That's what they want to do. But one thing I learned that when you make mistakes, you learn more about yourself.
You do.
And you also learn.
Allow yourself to make mistakes.
But the most important part is you learn who's gonna switch up on you, who's gonna be on your side,
Who's the truest out of all?
and who's like even your family. Like if you're a good person in the house, you're a good kid. When you messed up, you know, like you're not a good kid. But
The truth comes out, man.
yeah. But the good thing is, but one thing I also know, the way your parents are doing things, end of the day, they're doing it from a genuine place, though. Regardless, that's one thing I noticed.
Out of love.
They have experience out of love. Sometimes you gotta like. I feel like both of us we want the same thing. Your parents, everyone to be successful. You want your kid to be successful, but sometimes they want it that way, and you want to be successful in your way.
Yeah.
So find a medium ground, and take the.
Have a balance. Balance it out.
Yeah,
true.
Bafel? Did you have anything you wanted to add in?
No.
All right.
Don't be shy, brother.
No, I've said it. No.
Now let's get into it and talk about relationships.
Oh, dead life! Wow. How many sisters are there?
Relationships.
Hey, sisters, please. you gotta put that baggy. You gotta put that expensive commitment and demand. Put it to our standard.
So with relationships, I've realized, like, speaking from experience, many of us, we get into a relationship and instead of being patient and getting to know the person, I don't know what it is, but we tend to move on so quick.
It's
As
the
in
rush.
our generation,
Yeah, it's the
something's
rush.
not right.
It's the rush and the butterfly of expectation. Because I think also in our generation, we look from we take from celebrities too. Like most of us want celebrity status relationship, but you're not a celebrity. I'm not a celebrity. You're local. Relax. Come to my level. I go to your level.
That's it.
So let it be fair.
Yeah. Bafel?
Our relationships,
He's in a good spot. I ain't gonna lie. He's a happily.
Don't throw him under the bus.
He's happily. He got the best relationship advice because his thing is working out. Mine isn't. Hang on. No,
That's
sorry.
the wrong question.
now relationships, like I think that I was thinking of experience. I used to like my love life wasn't that great. I fell in love at a young age, but the thing that I realized that instead of you searching for love, you have to let love come find you.
Yeah. Love yourself first.
Love yourself first, and instead of you going to like search and
A lot of us have actually searched for love.
Instead of you experiencing your love to a person, you let that person come to you.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Patience,
And
is
that's
the
exactly
key.
what I've done.
Because like
He's saying the right thing. You're saying the right thing, and I'm feeling like you saying like let love find it. Wait,
Exactly.
so like, well, it seems for me like love is running away from me. But hey, I am mad.
No,
Just
let
kidding.
it. Okay, if it runs away from you, it means it's
Never
not
meant
for
to
you.
be. Yeah.
That's what I've realized
Hey, but
too
I'm
within
putting
my own life, because some women know how to perceive men.
Yeah.
And
It's
some
not
men-
just a man's job. If a woman really wants a man and is interested in the man, they'll do everything in their power to make sure that's theirs.
They put effort.
They put so much effort.
They show acceptance. They show.
If a woman's not putting effort,
that's me.
she ain't for
She's
you.
wasting your time.
Exactly.
She ain't that attention.
Let's be honest.
It's
They
true,
ain't
though,
for
so-
you. And within our generation now, sorry sisters, but a lot of women are going for the man that has financial stability, a man that's
Nice
just gonna, a man that has a nice car, a
Exactly.
good-looking man,
At least you already got-
not realizing
you already
10
got a
years.
house.
Not realizing 10 years from now
There's no
on.
longevity at all.
Huh?
There's no longevity at all.
At
like,
all.
Yeah.
He died from
Jump
a cake
in.
into old bread.
Yeah, yeah. So that's exactly what I did. Like I just stopped searching for love, and I let love come
find
to me.
you.
That's
Exactly, yeah.
that's
And
right.
you-
And I've been trying to.
So good.
I'm trying to get like. I was supposed to get married in the first pandemic. Then I was supposed to get married in 2020.
See,
I
I
didn't
told
even
you.
know
I
this.
swear.
told you.
And then the pandemic happened, and I was supposed to get married. Was it pandemic this year?
I told you, these things working
It's
out.
been there for 2 years.
Yeah, those 2 pandemics that happened, you know. So it's been.
He's happy for you.
It's been like.
He's so happy for you.
Yeah. So.
So
That's what I can say because I speak from experience.
Yeah.
But like you said, I think also.
But you need luck as well, so.
No, I don't think luck also. I think it's the right time.
No,
the right time gotta come though.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes when you pursue that person, they're on the same page with you. Like they may even have interest, but they may have their own
chemistry, energy.
Yeah, like
you gotta feel it.
Exactly.
It has to be something that gives you butterflies, makes your soul shake a little bit.
She gotta make that.
You know, your soul gotta shake a little bit to know that they are the one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she gotta make you blush and smile for no reason. The same thing apply to the girl too. You can tell when someone's like, you can tell when someone gives you that good someone. You know, like you can tell when you feeling someone, they feeling you back.
You can.
It's natural though. I feel like it's the right time, the right time, the right person, with your right, whatever's going through at that time in your life. Because your focus still gotta be because I feel like most of young girls or most of young youth of our generation, most of it kind of like career driven first.
Oh, a lot.
Even
so
most of us
much.
miss on that opportunity. You mean like, hey, it's cool, I'm feeling it, but I gotta finish mine.
Yeah, but what you're saying, 100%, because the more you focus on one thing, you're losing the opportunity to find the other.
That's why, like,
exactly.
You know,
like you said like let it find you, but also don't be out to go out to socialize. Like that's where you can also find it. Like,
it's a balance. Like for example, I chose to allow love to find me because most of my life I've been trying to find love,
you
right?
You may wait.
But that does not stop me from going out and socialize. And
exactly.
If I do come across someone that wants to get to know me, obviously you got to give people chances. There's boundaries. You know, you can tell someone, hey, we're just chilling, we're getting to know each other. Because a lot of us, young people, we tend to jump into things so quickly.
Exactly.
Before even, like, knowing the person.
I ate too much before, that's why I'm so sorry.
this is the worst time to, like,
find love.
Like, the generation we have now is, like, it's the dating, it's, like, way different from back then.
It's so different.
Hit and run.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of good men out here, but, like, a lot of females
so
don't.
where are they?
Yeah, but they are.
Where are they?
Yeah, they are. Listen, hey. don't play that line. I know. Hey, bro.
They're afraid to approach you. That's why.
No, it's okay.
They're everywhere, but
they're around. Though. He's not lying though.
Yeah.
I might have a chat to the girls and
confident.
see which area we need to look in.
Yeah,
they're there. It's just like I feel like also most of them too. When there's a guy, there's this thing with being a man too. Bro, never take rejection personal. If she ain't feeling you, let it go.
100%.
That's not your bird.
You know what? That needed to be said.
Yeah,
exactly.
But most of us, you won't like. Is that car I want? Even that car doesn't want me back.
I'm gonna have it.
But it doesn't work like that. These people, you can't force it, man. You're gonna waste your time, or she's just gonna drag your money, and you're gonna try to blame her later. Or all women are, because you can't force it.
Because you know what? When you think about it, the way I see it, it's also very important to be with someone that is a bit similar to you.
Exactly.
Someone that has the same interests as you, like activities. If you're someone that likes to go out and just do activities, like bowling, for example, then go for someone that has similarities with you. But with us, we're just settling down for fun.
Yeah, but I think also that comes down to the dating stages, though.
Sorry?
That's come to the dating stages and how he's approaching you and how you... Because also the thing is, if you make time for the guy, he'll make time for you. He'll try to take you out and do all that thing.
Yeah, but some people you make time for them and they ain't making time for you.
Because they're scared. Oh, that's true.
That's.
But there's this thing too.
Lack of interest.
Yeah, but also what you're saying, you're asking where the good men are. Mm-hmm. Most of them, you treat them as nice guys. Most of them, they feel like when you're too nice to a chick or to a girl.
So you think majority of us women are used to tough guys?
Yeah, most of them misunderstand
women like
it though.
Women like nice guys.
You know, women, this may sound off, but women can be complicated. What they want and what they say, if you don't do the math right, you may get totally confused.
Yeah, confusing, yeah.
You may get totally confused. You'll be like, am I doing the right thing?
Exactly.
It becomes a turn off where you're like, nah, I don't want to spend my time and energy with that person anymore.
And you don't want to pursue a girl too much because she also like, you're always there for me. Like, you just, hey, sometimes go smooth. And
just relax.
No, you go ghost mode and later I find you for a minute.
Okay.
That's why I told brother last time, man. You know, it's better for a girl to put effort in a man at the start, or no, when a guy shows you interest, and you know if something can work out between you guys, don't let it go. Put in effort. If you put the same effort back, he may take a chance. Cause for men, we want someone who want to be with us too. I don't want someone who just like trying to joyride me for a minute.
Yeah.
And next, she's taking the next better train. Oh, calm down.
Relax.
Yeah, right. But men also, we're not innocent though.
No, not at all. But we're all human and we're all learning.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely amazing that we can all be on the same page,
Exactly.
same understanding, same frequency. Now, lucky last, I have one last.
I was about to say something, but I better keep it to myself.
Absolutely. Yes,
Seriously.
sir.
Do that.
No, not my sorrow. Not my sorry. It's about the dating life.
What is the rate of divorce? Like, from what I've seen in our community, there's a lot of single parents. Like, I grew up with a single parent myself. But how could we be able to... how would we be able to make sure that the same cycle does not repeat itself amongst us?
Okay, I'll go first.
Yeah, you go first.
So like a lot of African dads, they come to this country with maybe your average 5-7 kids, and then they go back home and they get married to obviously a younger woman and everything. And some men, they tell their wives, like, I'm gonna get married because in my culture, I can get, as long as I have cows, I can get married to as many women as possible.
I agree.
And things like that. And so when the woman is left here with the kids by herself, she got her friends in the ear saying like, oh, your husband got married and stuff like that, and like, you know, how would you let him do that? And as soon as he comes back here, she switches up because like this country is I think this country is like the favor is on women, like the war is actually on the woman's side, because like
I can agree.
I've got an uncle that he bought a house, he bought a car, like a very expensive car, and he cheated with he went out to a pub and he cheated with some white lady, and he ended up losing everything.
Oh no!
You know, because she knew like the power that she has in her hands. You know, and also like domestic violence too. So I reckon domestic violence and money issues as well. Yeah. So a lot of uncles that I don't want to be bitter because like
You're
a
not
lot
being
of
bitter,
uncles.
you're just being honest.
It's true though. If you go to Noble Park,
Exactly.
like you see all those, they just go there to kill time because they don't have home. Most of them sleep in their cars. I ain't gonna lie though. Like seriously.
It's like
It's
Juba.
sad, though.
It's like
Yeah,
Juba to
it's
them.
sad.
Exactly.
They're just chilling.
Yeah, but Juba is understandable. No jobs is hot weather too.
Yeah.
But like here,
Now I think like I think money is like one of the first problem.
I think money comes to
Money and then like cheating and etc.
And what is it with money?
the lifestyle she wants.
Okay.
Women
you
have to
can-
provide though, like regardless.
Yeah, do though. But you gotta look at the economic statistic. If you're not educated to a certain level here, you don't have good qualification. It's hard for you to make that lifestyle she wants.
100%.
That's why I say like most of them she want a decent life, yes.
Yeah.
But there's certain levels to it. Yeah, if you're not making 100K a year or 200, most people who make 90,000 a year, they're hard to find.
Yeah.
They have a few like who, because most of them are educated. Most of them, because they got degrees at home. It's just like the system is not allowing people to have the better feel of having access to what's opportunities there for certain reasons.
Because like our culture back at home, yeah, like all the way back, our parents' age.
Let me put it here. You know, when you talk about the money, for example, I've been here working for some few years. You expect me to buy you a house, and I can't afford that house at that moment because I'm supporting other people.
Then they're supposed to be patient and just wait on it.
But do you think most women are patient?
Like I had to learn to be patient, so my
Exactly, but
answer is
that's-
no.
Yeah.
So when you look from it that way, I don't say most of them are lazy. Just most of them they also have too much a lot on the table.
Yeah.
Because most of people who South Sudanese who are here, they're supporting a lot of people back home. They got a lot of family they're supporting back home. Cousin, all that. Because you're here, you have a better opportunity. So even the little you get, you can't give your kids the best because there's other people depending on you.
100%.
But most women don't see that because there's this one thing with women too.
But you know, a lot of women,
she's mine.
they're working.
He's mine.
Many of us are
alone.
actually balancing it now. It's like a lot of women are very independent. That it's very scary for them to even ask a man.
Yeah, but
for
I
something.
think most women nowadays they work way harder than men.
Yes,
because there's men's where like they just want the woman to be a housewife.
Yeah.
But she wants to go to school.
Yeah.
She wants to get a job. But
Yeah.
no, you just work.
Yeah.
You just look after the kids.
Yeah.
And I just work at a factory, but maybe she wants to study and actually be a registered nurse.
Yeah,
but her husband's the one actually stopping her from doing that.
But imagine how beautiful our household would be individually if both people are working.
Balance, exactly.
Like my partner's working, and I'm working. You know.
Exactly.
That's where peace comes in.
Exactly.
When it's just one person, that
It's too
affects
much pressure.
the
The
mental
whole
state
time.
of mind, and then issues begin to start happening. What I strongly believe is that as a woman, you should have your own money too.
Exactly.
You know?
Wait.
Then if you want to ask your man for something, at least they'll know that you're able to put in the rest.
But yeah, that's a good statement you said. I just like it. As a woman, you have to have your own money too.
Exactly.
But your own money, not your own money alone. You know, I like they say
if you're married,
when you have a man,
but if you're not married,
his
But you
money
know
is
what I
our
mean.
money.
Yeah.
He's like my money is our money, but your money is your money.
Yeah.
My sister.
Yeah.
In this economic,
But you know
in this
what?
economic heat,
You know
we
what
gotta
I
talk.
mean. The reason why I
what you
said
mean.
that is that so as a woman, you're not constantly asking
Yeah, but
your
Exactly.
man for stuff. You know, you can just get your own stuff without constantly having to ask him. Because as a man, you guys have so much to deal with already.
Exactly.
That we actually need to sit down with ourselves and know that you guys are humans, and we're meant to like put in at least 50%. So it's
Exactly.
50-50 to make 100.
Hey, but the man's best investment is the wife he gets with the support that she
100%.
provides for him.
Yeah.
Like even if a man knows that, he'll find a way to make to get you that house that you want.
Yeah.
Like
if they know that.
if you put that support in, that's that little tiny piece that is missing. You'll get that $1 million worth of property. So also, our men, bro, our brothers, though, don't forget to like put your level best, man, to make something good for yourself. So when you decide to have a partner, at least you have something sustainable.
Yeah.
So also that comes
Stability.
to that's
Exactly.
also
Because
to
one hand does not clap, you know.
yeah.
Nah, it doesn't.
Doesn't.
Ted culture out of it.
No.
So don't try to make babies when your financial status is not right yet. Chill out with that.
Now, before I close off this episode, is there any words of encouragement? Anything that you guys would like to say to our viewers?
Yeah, what I can say is, if life get hard, it's okay to take a deep breath,
That's it.
relax for a minute, thank God for the good health you have. As long as your life, even the little job that you have, thank God for that, be appreciative, and then turn up,
That's it.
look for another angle to pursue or to look for something that can build you another income. And most of the time, this entrepreneur era, you can build up a small business that can sustain you. It's way better than having a boss, but you can still have you can still save up for that.
Yeah.
Work for a period of time. But I feel like it's never, like I say, it's never too late as long as you're alive. So that's why I like the word it's called redemption. You know, you can always redeem yourself every moment you're breathing.
Every single day.
Yeah,
every
so-
minute when you really think about it.
And actually, that's the secret because that's my next podcast. Going to call Redeem Podcast
I love
in the
it.
near future. So, which may be
That's
tomorrow.
amazing.
No, I'm kidding.
That was powerful. And Bafel?
I just want to say thank you, Lizzie, for inviting us to this beautiful podcast.
Thank you.
And I hope everyone tunes in. And I'm really proud of you because you are a voice of the voiceless. You are inspiring a lot of people. A lot of people will look up to you. And I just hope that you succeed and become the best woman that you could ever be.
Oh, inshallah. Thank you so much.
And I feel like you're doing way better than men, though. Like, she's doing the voices for women. We still hiding. We still hiding around there. Yeah, so that on fire.
As
But
men,
like,
huh? You guys
hey,
will get there.
yeah,
You
but
guys will.
like he said, just keep up the same spirit and keep up the same energy. Never give up, no matter how things may get slow. And Hey, I'm actually grateful, like, cause what you're doing is nobody's in our community. No one. I don't think no one is doing it. There's a few. There's a few, but they're doing it, and I love you. You're being inclusive right now. So
thank you so much.
well, next time I'm gonna see Spotify calling you.
That's our next.
Let them put them.
We actually need to do Spotify. That's something we've been talking about.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
telepathically, you did. Yeah, you.
And thank the Mr. Director. If this thing comes out epic, give it to that man. He's hiding though. You should come and say hi.
He's always in the back, and I love it. But Aban and Bafel, thank you so much for actually choosing to come in today. I really enjoyed this, and I'm hoping to actually have you guys back.
Yeah.
Maybe next time there can be a ratio of 2 girls and 2 men, and that would be amazing. So I'll organize it, and we can have a big talk. We can have a big talk.
Facts.
But I wish you guys the best as well, and thank you for your time and energy. To all our viewers, once again, thank you very much for always tuning in. Please share, like, and you guys take care and stay blessed. And thank you. Bye bye.